guys, what's up? So, I promised you a couple more videos on that Shark Intercom system that I showed you a couple days ago. Tonight I'm going to install it in my wife's helmet. We like it enough to go ahead and upgrade to it. And when I do that, I'll do a video of that just so you can see how it works and how to install it. And if you decide to buy it, you'll have something to go. I mean, it's really easy, but it might help to see it done. Plus, if you're like me, you know, you want to see every aspect of a product, and so seeing how it goes together is helpful too. So, my thoughts. Okay, I'll give you my thoughts and everything else about it. Well, I like it. It's plenty loud. It has a good feel to it. It's got a good range to it. Haven't installed it on my wife's helmet yet, so I'll just make a comment and let you guys know if it really does work as far as Shark says it'll work. But so far, everything else has worked up to what they've said. It works well up to speed, has good noise cancellation. In fact, here I am, and I'm just showing you the noise cancellation. I'm doing no post-processing on this audio. I never do. It's a waste of time. So I have my visor open. Right now I'm doing about 55. And, well, what you're hearing is what you're hearing. This is coming right off the Bluetooth intercom. I'm recording this to my phone, and then I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to take that audio and I'm going to splice it together with the audio on, or not the audio, but the video on the camera. So I'm going to roll over here and I'm going to get on the interstate really quick and give you an idea what it sounds like at a high speed. You know, some people ask how fast it'll work. You know, I don't know why you'd really need it to be going 95, 100 miles an hour. Why you need to have a conversation with somebody at those speeds. But I'll show you at about 75 or 80 miles an hour, and we'll see how it sounds like in kind of real-world speeds at high speeds. Now, if you know me, you know that I much prefer the twisty back roads and enjoying life at a little bit slower pace. But, you know, some of you might like to ride a lot of interstate or commute maybe on the interstate a lot, and you'll want to know if this thing's going to work for that, so you're going to get to hear it. As far as the music goes, you're just going to have to take my word for it that it's loud enough on the interstate because I have no way to show you that. But I can tell you that in my experience, taking this thing, visor open, everything else, I've got my safety glasses in instead of a visor because it's a little hot out. And, you know, I can tell you for sure that it's loud enough for me to hear the music. It's not super loud, and you're never ever on any system, whether you're talking about thousands of dollars on a handlebar-mounted fairing system or, you know, a cheaper handlebar speaker system or anything like that, you are never ever going to have as good a quality audio. Oh, somebody had a bad day. As good a quality audio as you have in your car. It's just never going to be that loud. Even if the speakers are that loud, sound moves through space. So when you have this wind blowing at you, and everything else, it really muffles the sound no matter what you do. And that's why I like having my speakers in my helmet. I used to have a handlebar-mounted speaker system, but I just didn't like it as much as having everything inside my helmet because it just sounds a little bit better because you're getting less wind on the speakers. And like I said, it's plenty loud enough to hear, cruising down the highway, whatever else you want to do. We'll get on it real quick, and I'll show you what it sounds like, visor open and visor closed. And then I'll give you an idea of what it's going to sound like using it as an intercom, and then, you know, for noise cancellation. Or maybe you're thinking about doing some vlogging or wanting to upgrade your sound system from some funky wired Radio Shack microphone taped to the back of your head or something weird, like it's always on the forums, and you want to do a decent audio system that puts the microphone out in front of your face. You get an idea what it sounds like. And it will sound better with the visor closed, but it won't sound bad with the visor open, and that's the whole point. By the way, this is also what it's going to sound like to the other end if you're on the phone, and this is what they're going to hear. This is exactly what they're going to hear because they're not going to have the wind noise of a motorcycle. They're just going to be sitting wherever they are, unless they're on a bike too. But I've had people tell me before when using this that they thought they had me on speaker, but not that I was on the motorcycle. They had no idea I was on the bike. We'll open it up here. So here's 80 miles an hour, visor open. Here's 80 miles an hour, visor closed. So this is something that you and somebody else can get on, communicate with one another, have a conversation at 75, 80 miles an hour, no problem. You can listen to music at this speed, no problem. Visor open even, you know, when you get an extra wind noise. which means if you use a 3/4 helmet or a half helmet, you can probably still hear the music. So it's definitely very good. I actually think it's a little bit louder than the Scalar Rider, which I've used. I'm not using Chatterbox, so I can't tell you there. But price-wise, it's just so much cheaper than anything else. The Scalar Rider is running you close to $200 each instead of $150 for a pair like you get with the Shark. So all in all, I would buy it again, and I would recommend it. You know, it is an inexpensive Chinese import. It's not top of the line. It's not super expensive. It's not, you know, made of solid steel. But all in all, it's a really good product, and I like it a lot. Three functions it'll do. It'll let you listen to music. It'll let you talk to somebody else with the same intercom. Or it'll let you talk on the phone. And it does all three of those really well. So performance-wise, it's out of the park. Build quality, I'd say like a 6 out of 10. Reliability, though, I'd bump it up maybe to a 7 out of 10 because it seems reliable. My last one, like I said, I had for a year, was super reliable. The only reason I got rid of it, well, I haven't even gotten rid of it yet. The only reason I stopped using it was because Shark sent me this one to review, and it performs just a little bit better than the old one, so I'm keeping on with it. So, anyway, if you have any questions, just let me know. Ask in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alrighty, guys, we'll talk to you later.